A warm welcome to all the participants. Myself, Balakoteshwari, Dean Sanskriti School of Business, and also AIMS, South Chapter Andhra Pradesh Treasurer 2. A very good afternoon to everyone. Today I'll be the moderator for this session. A few instructions to all the participants before we start the program. Request everybody to please mute yourself in order to avoid the disturbance during the session. Please note down your queries and questions. We will have some time at the end for the question and answers. You can type your question in the chat box. I will be reading it for you to the speaker to answer. And feedback and attendance link shall be provided at the end to you. 15 minutes time will be provided. After filling of your feedback form, you shall be provided with the certificate. Now I once again welcome all of you to this session organized by the Association of Indian Management Schools as a part of knowledge sharing session, focusing on emerging skills and knowledge areas in modern business management. This session aims to address The evolving landscape of business management, emphasizing the importance of adapting to new skills and knowledge to stay competitive. Today we have with us Dr. Prem Kumar, Assistant Professor at the Department of Management at Garden City University, Bangalore, presenting the topic Emerging Skills and Knowledge Areas in Modern Business Management. Sir holds a PhD in Tourism Studies, MBA International Business, and MBA Tourism Studies. He has 23 publications in journals and book chapters, which are indexed in Scopus, ABDC, UGC Care, and UGC. He is a review board member for journals, Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Education, JHTE, Taylor and Francis, Cogent Social Sciences, Taylor and Francis again, Sport Business Management International Journal, Emerald, and editorial review board member in the Journal of Global Hospitality and Tourism, JGHT, by the University of South Florida. He is also editor-in-chief for the peer-reviewed journal Compass, COMPASS, published annually by the Department of Management at Garden City University. He has reviewed more than 60 articles for peer-reviewed journals and also journals like Sage, InderScience, Emerald, and Taylor and Francis. He also guides 4 PhD scholars in the area of medical tourism, behavioral psychology, and consumer behavior. It's our honor and privilege that Sir has accepted to take up this session today, and we all are waiting to listen to you, Sir, especially the student fraternity who are waiting here. We're all very curious to learn from you, Sir. Over to you, Sir.
Very good afternoon, dear students, academic fraternity, faculties, and I convey my thanks to Dr. Bala Koteswari ma'am for approaching me and for giving me an opportunity. So I would say it's a better opportunity that I have got a platform to share my ideas or to share my experience. And this topic is entirely new for me because usually we get topics related to research, related to our area which we have done, or related to the projects which we have completed to speak. But it was a different topic for me, and as well as it's interesting also to gather different information related to management education and what kind of fashion is there in management education right now. What are the different areas, knowledge areas on which educational institutes are focusing right now? And on par with these educational areas, what kind of skill set students are gathering, or what kind of skill set students can gather before going into the industry. So we see there is a change of pattern or change of fashion as per the industry demand also. So if we see the reasons behind introducing new and different types of topics in the management studies, we can say that it is all because of the industry demand. The way industry is changing, the demand for the management graduates' skills are also changing, or students are also focusing on acquiring different types of skills. Nowadays, we have different sources also, which are paid free of cost also, through which we can acquire different types of skills and equip us for a better position in the desired industry or organizations. So today's presentation will focus on different types of knowledge areas which are included by different educational institutes. And then we will see a few skills which are required for students, or skills are equally important for us as a faculty also when we are regularly updating us for teaching the students and sharing our experiences. So I will just share my PPT and then we will start the session. I hope the PPT is visible for the audience. Bala ma'am, I hope the PPT is visible. Can you confirm once?
Yes, it is visible, sir.
Yes.
Please go
Okay.
ahead.
Thank you. So moving ahead with the presentation, we will see first what are the different knowledge areas. So I have gathered some information. I have put it in different form of, we can say, subjects or areas which have been recently maybe included in the academics or which are in latest in demand as per the industry norms also, or as per the different types of changes which we bring in academic curriculum every year or time to time in most of the management schools or management colleges. So in the knowledge areas, we can see that the subjects related to digital transformation and automations are the important ones, which has been included recently, or it has been given more emphasis in the recent times, in which we see that how the digital technologies can be integrated into the different areas of business, be it procurement of the raw materials or the development of new product, or maybe supply chain, how we are doing it from one corner of the country to another corner, or it may be an automation of the industries, because now we see different types of assembly lines, different industries are going to be automated also, or we have these automation in different types of customer executives also, or we have example of different types of chatbots, like general chatbots or AI powered chatbots are there, which are using artificial intelligence, which are using machine learning. Robotics are there in the different types of industries, especially we have witnessed robotics in recent 5 years in services also at different hotels or restaurants, and integration of Internet of Things, IoT. So based on including ICT devices, IoT, machine learning, AI, how we are going to change the course of action in the business and in different types of areas also, like in operations, marketing, finances, HR, and servicing also, like post-sale services. There also we are introducing the digital and automation criteria. So if we want to equip ourselves better for the industry, we need to have some sort of certifications. There are ample opportunities also. Either we see these kind of these kind of papers are there in the management syllabus or introduced recently, or we are free to do some certification course in this area, maybe from different online platforms also. It may be paid or free of cost. So this is an important area which has been in demand recently. Moving ahead, the next one, I would say it's advanced data analytics and business intelligence. So recently, if we browse different types of MBA courses at bachelor level or master's level, we can see BBA business analytics is also there. MBA business analytics has come in picture. That how we can use different types of business intelligence tools to predict the future, or maybe to give a solution for the current problem. Or we can say that when we are taking up any type of action research where instant action is required, if there is a problem with the ongoing project, live project, or where there is a problem with ongoing work in the organization. So in these areas, this business intelligence or data analytics will help us a lot. Data analytics also will help us in presenting or visualizing the data, which we are doing maybe during an internship students are doing, or during their project works we are doing. So this is also available as a separate course with the different universities, or we can have a certification also in these areas. So there may be some examples that in a BBA syllabus or MBA syllabus, these topics are not there, because there is a vast area of topics to be included in the syllabus in the given time frame. So in other ways, we can get certifications in these areas also. Then very emerging area is called as sustainability and environmental management. We also call it as ESG criteria, focusing basically on environmental, social, and governance, that how these things are being incorporated in any business, in any organization. CSR is already there from long time. We have studied the papers during our MBAs on corporate social responsibility. But now it has evolved, or it has touched the area of ESG also. That whatever product we are creating, whatever operations we are having in our organization, how it is adding to the ESG, or how it is sustainable for the future generation. Or we can say how it is addressing the need of people, planet, and profit. In other words, if we say that how it is saving from exploiting the people, planet, and profit, how it is distributing the profit among all the stakeholders. So this is also an important area in which we can get certifications, or if we browse different courses, there are different universities, colleges which have started MBA in sustainability management. Recently, I have seen with IGNU also, they have started. It is already there. So MBA in sustainability management, MBA environmental management is also there. For the people who have maybe science background at UG level and at PG level, if they want to do a management course and if they want to join any organization which is working in environmental related area or pollution related industries are there, which are working in pollution eradication, or maybe water treatment companies are there, or companies are there which are working in ISO related areas. There is a lot of demand for MBA graduates who have these kind of certifications, or their entire MBA program or BBA program is focusing on sustainability or environmental management. So there also we can see nowadays, you might have witnessed students who are studying accounting, they might have seen that we have an environmental accounting also. That is also coming in picture, that with the operations of company, how it is going to safeguard the environment, how much we are adding towards how much we are adding positively towards the environment. There are papers like sustainable development goals projects are there. Societal project papers are there, which has become a part of management education right now. So this is also a very good area, and different types of certificate courses are also available, which we can earn while doing our management programs. Next is the very recent phenomenon, which is innovation management and entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship was already there as a different paper, but innovation has been added by Ministry of Education. And if we see the concept of Institution Innovation Council in different universities and colleges, which has become a mandatory part of educational institutions, that innovation component has to be brought into the teaching and into the practice for the students. We have events, we are organizing events related to innovation under IIC also. So innovation management and entrepreneurship has been clubbed together as a vast knowledge area in different types of management courses, which indirectly or directly, which encourages the students to adopt different types of technology to come up with an innovative ideas, which can become a platform or which can give rise to new entrepreneurship, which can give which can make way for the new entrepreneurs also. Or at the early stage, even at the undergraduate level in the BBA programs or in the MBA programs, students can be motivated towards entrepreneurship once they are coming up with their innovative ideas related to maybe product, operations, or even the services. So right from ideation to the commercialization, different ecosystem has been set up by the universities and colleges under the management program also. And these things will also help when we are getting ready for our internships or the placements, or when we are going for final interview for the job. So if we have these kind of certifications, a part of our management education, it will give a great benefit for us. It will make a good candidature for us. Next area which I have seen recently is agile management and lean thinking, which was part of earlier management education, like lean thinking, total quality management, Six Sigma. These all things were there. But recently, it has again gained a momentum in form of agile management and lean thinking clubbing together. So here what basically happens that in this current changing, or I would say very fragile or volatile market. We don't know that how the demand of consumer is going to change. It may change within a week, within a month, or there may be any type of catastrophe, there may be any type of problem, for example, COVID, which can change the demand of the customers, or which can change the entire market, which can direct the new businesses to come in, or which can remove the settled businesses also during a short span of time. So how frequently we are able to change as an entrepreneur, or how frequently we are able to adopt the new changes which is there with the customer demand or which is there in the market. So it depends. If we are very good in adapting the changes as per the market demand or customer demand, our companies will survive longer, or we as an employee can survive longer in the industry also. Because as an employee or as a faculty also, we may need to learn a lot of things on a daily basis, or we need to update ourselves. So basically, how frequently we can update as per the customer demand, as per the organization demand, that depends upon us. So this is a new area, emerging area also for agile management and lean thinking, where we have a combination of different types of concept. There is a concept called design thinking, which is again emerging as an area of study, as a vast area of study, which is again focus has been given by UGC or a new education policy also. It was focused on design thinking, especially introduction of design thinking at the early stage of education, let it be management or any other areas also. So it helps us a lot. There are different certifications available for this. In design thinking, basically we are looking for integration of a process which can look into problem solving approach. So here we especially think about the problem. We talk about the problems which is happening because of any type of design. It may be product centric, it may be human centric also, or it may be related to any kind of innovation process. So in many management institutes, design thinking has been offered recently as a separate chapter or a separate course also. We have different types of certifications available for design thinking courses. So that also can be done. So basically here we look from a perspective of, we give a separate perspective for tackling individual type of problems. So that kind of liberty we get when we study design thinking. So here we are not going to find a common solution for each and every problem prevailing in the market or with the customer or with the organization, but we are dealing one-to-one. So we have a freedom in giving a solution for the particular type of problem. Individually, we can tackle it. So that kind of freedom we get when we focus on design thinking approach. Next, we have a very good topic, which is called as sustainable finance. So I'm sure the students who are focusing or who would have chosen the finance specialization in maybe second to third semester of MBAs or maybe third semester of BBAs. So they may be aware about the different segments of finance, like we have green finances, sustainable finance. There are different types of terminologies which are used for this. So here we focus upon ESG criteria we are bringing into the finance. And we are seeing that what type of impact will be there, how we can measure the impact on how we can measure the impact of the organization's functions on the consumers or on the local community or on the society from finance point of view. Like what is the expenditure done for under the corporate social responsibility, how much we are spending money for the areas in which our operations as an organizations we are operating, or how we are giving an impact to the society with our investments. So you would have seen many companies which are coming up or many factories which are coming up, they are going towards green financing or green financing projects are there. When somebody is financing, when a private company or when government is financing a project, they are giving huge amount of funding. the look for green finance. That means whatever work has been incorporated during the project period, it should not be harming the ecosystem, it should not be harming the local people, and it should give ample opportunity of equal benefit to the stakeholders. So all these things are coming into these kind of syllabuses, or we can say these kind of areas we need to know. So again, this is also available as a course in different MBA programs, and certification programs are also available for this. Next, we can take up data science and business analytics, which is gaining momentum in recent 5 to 10 years, I can say. In most of the BBA or MBA syllabus, we find these courses are available, which is data science and business analytics. But we also see that under data science or business analytics, we have sub courses also, like a lot of certification programs are there. We can do a program on data analysis individually. We have Google certifications out there. Then different types of Coursera programs are there, which maybe for 10 hours, 12 hours like that. And we can have a certification for big data, predictive analytics, or business intelligence, or we can get an understanding of different types of softwares also, like how Power BI is used or Tableau is used in data visualizations, how efficiently we can present the data, or how catchy it will be there, or how in what kind of interesting ways we can present the data. So for that, these softwares can help and we can have a certifications. We can also learn different types of programming languages, which may be mostly suitable for students who have backgrounds of computers, or maybe for engineering students who are coming for management after their engineering degree. For them, it may be easy, but related to data analysis, big data, predictive analysis, or business intelligence, these certifications can be equally taken by any of the BBA or management graduates. Maybe for programming languages, we need to understand it better. But once we know, we have an edge over other candidates when we are going for an interview or when we are working in an industry where we are mostly playing with the data, or where we are mostly dealing with the data. Next, I have kept artificial intelligence, which is again emerging as a separate segment in many of the management education. So let it be, you would see artificial intelligence coming as an example on different industries also. Let it be a business or services, tourism. So here I have kept an example of Digi Yatra, which is equally, I think most of us are familiar. If we go to any selected airports, like in Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and many other selected airports are there where they have started Digi Yatra applications. So that is all based upon artificial intelligence and machine learning, how systems are recognizing us, how we can automate the entire process of going to the airport. Or similarly, it can be introduced in different areas. Like I took example of chatbots. So nowadays, if we go to any website, any good website, they have a chatbot which can answer in different ways. So basic chatbots are there. Then we have AI-based chatbots, which can even converse with us, which can give solution to our queries. Some basic chatbots are there, which can give a basic information to us. For example, related to product, related to the website, it can collect our phone numbers, email IDs, our queries, and then somebody else will be contacting us. But in case of AI-powered chatbots, it can even give us a practical solution also. If we are facing in operating something, or if we are searching for any information or website, or sometimes if we are comparing the prices also. So these examples, I think student would have witnessed on different types of e-commerce platform also, you will see, or different types of OTT platforms also we will see that how they are using artificial intelligence, machine learning on OTT platforms when different types of suggestions are coming to us as a viewer, that what is the common content which we may like. Or when we go to e-commerce platform, we see a lot of suggestions coming. So all these are happening because of integration of technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then being a consumer, we can get benefit out of it also. Or sometimes we can fall prey of these things also if we are talking to the negative side of artificial intelligence and all. But still, this is an emerging area which is required by most of the businesses right now. So if we know, or if we have as a student, if we have an edge over others, if we have some type of understanding or certifications in artificial intelligence, or the extension of it to extended or mixed AR VR, that is also coming in picture in different industries, that nowadays industries are offering augmented reality, virtual reality services for their customers. For example, if we are going to join in any construction company nowadays, gone are the days when good construction companies were showing their catalogs for their flats which they have to sell. Now, if you join as a salesperson with any good construction company, they have developed a virtual reality setup for their customers. So we can actually see how the complete or how the full furnished flat will look like being at any place. Let it be the product is in any other city, but being in Bangalore, being in Andhra Pradesh, being anywhere, we can see how our product will look like. So that is possible with the virtual reality. It is equally applicable in hospitality services, in health services, in manufacturing also. VR is playing a greater role, that before going into the layout, before going into the assembly lines, we can have an actual understanding how the assembly lines will work, how we are going to work with the different types of instrumentations. For engineering students also, it is playing a great role. So there are different segments: augmented reality, mixed reality, virtual reality, including all we are saying as a platform called as extended reality, where these all three services are being offered. So this is also a very good area. If we could get a small certification for some duration also, it will help a lot. For example, we can choose this as per our interest also. I'm not saying that it will be equally good for all the students, but suppose some students want to go in designing after MBAs, maybe in garment industry, because we have MBA focused upon garment industry also. For example, if you take National Institute of Fashion Technology, they have MBA focusing on the garments, manufacturing, supply chain, marketing, promotion, each and everything. If we take example of services, students who are doing MBA in hospitality management, for them also AR VR is a game changer. If you know how to use VR, how we can use VR for hotels, how we can use VR for maybe a destination, all these things will be playing an important role if we have some sort of knowledge, idea, or certifications. So in my opinion, these were the examples of different latest, or we can say cutting edge knowledge. Based upon these knowledge areas, what kind of skills we need. So in my opinion, there are few skills which are coming out of the understanding of the syllabus, or we can say understanding the theory and going through the practical examinations. There are few more skills which are called as, we can say, soft skills or interpersonal skills, which we may need to acquire through our practice or through our behavior. So now I'm going to include some skills which are coming from both areas. It is coming from the education also, as well as it is coming from interpersonal habits or our regular practice, how we can earn these skills or how we can master these skills. So first and foremost is the communication and presentation skills, which are required at during the academic programs also. Being a student also, it is very necessary how we can communicate in a better way, how we can present during our classes, or when we are going for a job, when we have got a job. There also communication and presentation will be required throughout the life. So we need to acquire strong written verbal communication skills. We shall also focus upon non-verbal communication skills during making a presentation, how we can stand, how we can present, what are the different types of gestures required for us. For that also, we can have different types of certifications. We have different types of trainings. More than certification, trainings will help in this, because this is entirely a practical approach, how we are communicating to people, how we are acting, how we are using our gestures during a physical interaction or face-to-face interaction. how we can interact during online interaction also, because there is a restriction in online meetings. People cannot see us, or we cannot see each and everyone, but still we have to make a connect with them. We have to engage them, or we have to present, we have to give our best. So this is an entirely practical skill. It is better to attend any sort of programs. There are different soft skill papers also in management education, depending upon the university requirement or depending upon their academic curriculum. So we shall focus upon these things. A part of this, we shall focus upon storytelling, public speaking, and persuasion skills, or we can say the negotiation skills. But these all are coming through a better communication skill. So once we have achieved the better communication skill, we will automatically be good or becoming good slowly. How to tell a story, how to speak publicly, or how to speak on a public platform, how we can persuade regarding the project, regarding the products, or how we can go for a negotiation. Then digital literacy and technological proficiency, that is also necessary nowadays, because nowadays you will see it's an age of smart classroom. Everything we are doing using technology, submission of assignments, attendance, we are using LMS platforms, learning management softwares are there. When we go to the organization also, right from the first day, each and everything is based upon the ICT or digital literacy. So I believe most of the students are good in this. The new generation are very good. But still, if we have some kind of lack, if we don't know about the advanced form of digital literacy, gone are the days that basic digital literacy will be sufficient for the students. Nowadays, we need to have a better understanding of high-end digital literacy. For example, AI, blockchain, Internet of Things, big data, these things, how these things can be used for our purpose, or how these things can be used for organizational purposes. We can also understand that on a daily life as a student, when we are using Gmail, when we are using different types of mail facilities, how these things are working, whether we are using big data, we are using cloud storage, or is it something working on blockchain also? How Internet of Things is working in manufacturing or maybe in the hospitality sector. So these things we can understand while studying the management program, or the practical components especially, we can understand, which will help us in getting good placements or getting good internships also. Then it's a very new concept, which is called as customer experience, CX, or user experience, UX. So here we are taking help of different types of softwares to understand the customer orientation towards our product or towards a particular brand. So here we are discussing about the user experience and the customer experience. As we know that there is a difference between the user or the customer. Somebody may buy a product for somebody else. So when we are taking account of the digital interactions which a customer may make with the supplier, or which a user is making with the supplier or the seller, in that course, these two becomes a different concept. So that is also important, that how we are able to interact using digital platforms with the customers or the users. So we might have witnessed these things when we are calling the customer executive of a particular electronic gadget or for a particular goods which we have bought, and if there is a requirement of post-sale services. So there these things matter. So if we are going into that kind of industry where we may deal with the customers or users even after the sales has happened, sales has been completed, and if there is a post-sale interaction is required, so there these concepts will help us. And again, we have some certifications for this program, but it is very limited with the management education. At very rarely some places, there are some papers or some courses which offer these kind of understanding. Then there are some soft skills also, as I said, which is very much necessary, such as adaptability and flexibility. Being a management management graduate, we know that it's a kind of course which opens door for a job in multiple industries. We cannot fix our criteria, or we cannot focus only on one type of industry, even though we have completed the specialized programs of MBAs, because then our opportunities will be narrowed down. So being a student, we should be very adaptable to learn different new things, to change as per the environment of business is changing, demand of customer is changing, and we should be flexible for the working hours also. Not only working hours, but for the knowledge, for updating ourselves, for working in different teams, because this is the time when we are working with a team of cross-cultural a team we are working. People will be coming together from different cultures, different states. If you are good enough to find a place in MNCs, you will see that we have to work with the cultures across the globe also. So different cultures may have a different meaning. They have different working styles. So we should be flexible and open enough to adopt the culture of a different people, different global scenario, different companies also, because we are not working with only one company in this business environment. We are dealing with the multiple companies. We may have interaction with different suppliers. We may have the interaction with different companies, executives also. So we should be adaptable and flexible enough, because the working hours may change, working scenarios may change, working environment may change anytime. Situations may become different for an employee or for entire organizations. So we should be adaptable, flexible, and open, and we should be open to accept the changes within the organization and within the market. So, for example, if we are becoming an entrepreneur, suppose we are starting our own business. So this adaptability and flexibility will be the highest course of action which we need to accept. That anytime we have to change as per the customer demand, we have to change our operations, we have to make some changes in price, we have to make changes in the services. So anything may come. Being a startup founder or being an entrepreneur, we need to have these qualities within us. Next, innovation and creativity, which is available as a course and which is also required for students as an individual quality, we can say that we should be very innovative and we should be very creative. Either we are working as an employee or we are working as an employer. Either we are starting our own startup or we are working in a company. So working in a company also, we need innovation and creativity. So you might have heard about two terms called entrepreneur and intrapreneur. People may work in a company and give new innovative ideas. They can be very creative and they can start new ventures for the organization. They can give an idea for the new product, or people may work independently as an entrepreneur and they can work for their own organization. They can set up a startup. They can provide jobs to other people also. But for all these things, either we are giving new creativity in an organization or we are doing it for our own organization. We need to be very innovative. We need to understand that how we can give some idea which is out of the box, or how we can provide an innovative solution for the existing problems. So innovation and creativity is a desired skill nowadays from the industry side in any management graduates. Further, we have emotional intelligence, EQ, or interpersonal skills also. So these things are also required, because you would have seen there are many situations arising out, or if you interact with an human resource employee or HR officer in any organization, you will see that nowadays many people are facing emotional imbalance working in an organization. With the rise of organization, with the demand of qualities which industry is asking with the students, and there is a lot of pressure also among the employees in an organization, that we may lose our emotional balance. So what kind of emotional intelligence we need? How we can stay firm in any kind of adverse situation when we are working in a company or when we are facing competition from different organizations, being an entrepreneur. So how we can cope up with these kind of changes? Remove apart the problems which is related to finance, sourcing of raw material, marketing and promotion. These things comes later. But before that, emotional intelligence is mostly required as an interpersonal skill. So how well we are motivated, intrinsic motivated from inside. We don't need a motivation from outside. We cannot rely upon motivation which is coming from our faculty, coming from our family members, or coming from the environment. We shall focus upon intrinsic motivation, how we can motivate ourselves, how we can enhance our social skills, how we can enhance our networking skills. Now we are living in an age of networking skills also. Like people develop networking skills, especially for working in an organization, and we excel in our life. So how well we can work upon our interpersonal skills, which may also include the communication skills, networking, social skill, self-regulation. There are a lot of things like self-discipline, empathy rather than moving towards sympathy, or motivation for ourselves, motivating others also, and the awareness about the environment in which we are living, awareness about the market in which we are operating, awareness about the market in which we are offering our products. So all these things will come in picture. So we have to develop our EQ and IQ also, we can say intelligence quotient also may come in picture as interpersonal skills. So these things are very important for us when we want to excel. So there may be another example of effective communication, empathy, how we can maintain a cordial relation with the employees or with our seniors and juniors, how we can appreciate their work, how we shall not focus upon the drawback of other people, how we shall communicate even if we have to say no to any particular offer or any particular request. So these all things will come in picture as soft skills which we need, which is the need of the hour at this moment. Then when we get a chance to work in an organization, we always work with a team. Moving ahead the ladder, we may get a leadership roles also to take forward the entire team towards a particular goal, towards achieving a particular goal. So we need to have a leadership skills also, and we can develop it right now being a management graduate, being at UG level or PG level. So what we can do, we can start taking part in different events. We can start taking part working in teams. We can start learning the soft skills. We can start focusing upon qualities of others, how they are behaving in team, and we can start taking small responsibilities. So what happens during the study period, even I have faced these things that when there is an event, when there is a task, we don't tend to go ahead with our own intention. We think that somebody else will lead and we will follow. That is a better option. But that's not a good decision. So we shall take both opportunities, leading to a team and working as a team member, so that slowly we can develop the leadership skill. We can face that, we can see that, or we can have an experience that what kind of challenges may come when we are holding up a team or when we are working as a team. And how and what better opportunity can be there when we all are working, when we all are in a university or in a college, because we all know our classmates, we know their habits, we know their behavior, and if we are not able to manage with them, how we can manage with the new people when we are going to work for an industry or for an organization. So here it's the best chance that we can develop these kind of skills. We can develop our soft skills because we have fellow classmates to help, we have faculties to help or guide, and we have ample amount of opportunity also around the year or during the program, that how we can demonstrate our skills, how we can develop or how we can work on those skills. So these are very much required. In leadership or interpersonal skills, we have discussed that we should be taking a role, we should be initiative also. It's not like when a role has been given to me, then only I will take it up. But we should be ready to take up any role if it is matching with our skills. Or sometimes if we don't have the skills, but we are ready to learn that skill. So we shall be initiative. We shall go ahead and take charge for these things. We shall also be ready to unlearn the things. That also helps us a lot. because nowadays more than learning, unlearning is also important, because we live with our notions, pre-established notions about a firm, about a practice. Until unless we are unlearning those experiences, we cannot make place for the new experience or new knowledge. So unlearning is also required as a soft skill. Change management, we have already seen that it is offered as a program, also agile and lean thinking. So how well we are able to change, we are able to adopt the change coming into the business environment or into the business scenario. Hybrid work management is also required, because working in different teams, working maybe in different hours, working in different time zones, that may also come in future when we are joining a multinational companies or we are working with different types of clients. We shall also be acquainted with the global and cultural competency, that what kind of global or cultural differences are there, what kind of clients we have, or with what kind of organizations we are dealing, what is going on around us, or what kind of changes are there with the customers. So these all things will matter when we are going into the industry, and we shall focus upon accumulating the ideas. Now we will see some emerging specializations in management education. With help of these subjects, a part of these knowledge areas, we have seen that in the recent years, few things you would have seen 10 years back also, but these are the programs which have gained momentum in the last 5 to 10 years. Some programs like MBAs are focused on MBA tourism, agri-tourism is there. We have agri-business management. The entire MBA program or BBA program can focus on business analytics, healthcare, sustainability, especially focused on design thinking, as I said, sustainable finances. We have a program for image management also, because there are many companies which are working in personal relationship area or PR area, that are working, that are looking for the graduates which are doing something in image management or they have knowledge. Sports management is already there. MBA sports management are being also offered. So these are the new areas of management. We have petroleum managements also. We have a particular institute for that. Entrepreneurship management is already there. So these are the few areas which are emerging. So I am saying that if you have someone which you need to give advice, you can give advices of these new emerging management educations. They can go and take it up. Then different types of additions are there in the curriculum also. Like many MBA courses or BBA courses, they have added sustainability related papers, social responsibility related papers. We have seen addition of papers or courses following sustainable development goals. We have addition of courses related to societal projects in many MBA or graduate programs, global business, cultural intelligence, soft skills development. There are different courses offered by the universities which are especially focusing on soft skill developments also. That's also we can witness. Or entrepreneurship and innovation. These things are already there, which we can witness that these courses have been added to the management programs. So with this, I have come to end of the presentation. Now, if we have any questions, we can take it up, or any maybe clarifications or any doubts related to these information, I can take it up.
Yes, sir. We'll wait for the participants.
Yes.
Participants, please post your questions in the chat box so that I can read it for you to the speaker so that he can answer for you. Any questions from your side? Okay, the presentation is very good. It is very clear, crystal clear, very good, they are saying, sir, in the chat box. Sir, actually, as you are telling, there are a lot of emerging areas and
Yes,
a lot of skills which students need to develop. But the pace at which the students are adapting or they're trying to catch up with this, more than that pace, that things are changing outside in the work environment and in the job market actually.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know depending on the interest of the students, they try and choose the path. And you have given a lot of information on the varied subjects of interest, which might be for BBA or MBA students. But many students, I personally feel they become restless because the intention when they join MBA, and by the time they come out, things might change in terms of technology and the areas in which they need to work. So, how to stabilize themselves, how to make themselves give solace and say that, you know,
Right.
stabilize themselves to these changes happening outside.
Right, ma'am. Because you have rightly mentioned, ma'am, because if any student is giving 3 years or maybe 2 years of program time in a particular program, there might be chances, or we are facing now these kind of situations that within a 2 year time period, there is a lot change coming in the market or requirement by the industry, which was earlier not there. If I compare the current time and time in which I had completed my MBA in different areas, so there was a little slow demand. The change of in demand by the industry was not with the same speed which we see right now. Within 6 months or 1 year, we are facing the change or the quality of students which they are demanding when we see the placements and all. So here, what I can suggest from my experience, that if we are specialized doing any specialized BBA program or MBA program, we can focus upon the desired skills which are related to that program, or maybe the digital literacy or ICT understanding or knowledge which are related to that, or maybe the requirement of understanding of particular software which are related to that particular area, that we can learn. Any one or two we can start, like one after another we can go, or it's better to keep on earning some kind of certifications or learning something new things. Suppose we have started today something which is taking 3 months or 6 months time. After completion of 6 months, I can start something else also parallelly. So we shall not give a gap between that. It's not like if we have learned one particular software, same I can use it after 2 years also, because again there will be a upgraded software coming in the market. We need to know what is the different operations method, how it can be changed or how it can be used. So every time we can make a flow that once we have done one particular certifications understanding, next I will go for this kind of certifications, or next I will go for these kind of workshop, like starting from basic workshop to advanced workshop, so that we can look. We should not repeat the similar kind of workshop. So that we can do. Or if we are doing a general MBA program, so we can start joining these kind of soft skill programs, or understanding of digital literacy or fluency, or maybe training of particular software. And time to time, we have to change it. So here what happens, once we have learned particular software, so even if the softwares are changing, maybe after 2 years, most of the time, the people will be required who have the basic understanding of that particular software. For example, if I take example of any type of maybe software or SPSS or Excel or anything we take. So people who have already knowledge of one particular software, even if it is not being used in organization, chances are more that they will learn the next software very quickly. But if someone has not understood, someone has not learned any type of software, suddenly if our organization is giving a training program to those employees, for them it will be time taking. So I mean to say, if I know one particular software, how to use it for data visualization, data analysis, it is easy for me to understand the another software also. Maybe the framework will be different, input methods will be different, the presentation method will be different, but my experience with the earlier software will help us a lot in learning the new software also. So experience will matter, whether it is not required by the industry right now, but that experience will help us in gaining the experience of other software or other areas. So in
Yes,
that, we can take it in a positive way.
yes. So continuous learning is something which helps
Yes,
them
ma'am.
to,
Rightly.
handle this challenge.
Yes,
There is
ma'am.
a question, sir. How to develop EQ from very scratch from Devasmita. She's asking how to develop EQ from very scratch and include it into the curriculum.
So when we say EQ, I would say that it is a personal trait also or personal quality also, because it is all emotional quotient or emotional quality we say. So you may see that we may see that there are maybe colleagues or friends of ours which are very firm in adverse situations also, or if you give a problem, maybe out of 5, 3 will back up with that problem, but 2 will stand firm and they will face the problem. So I can say that these are some inherent or qualities also which is there with the students from their birth, or it comes from our society in which we are living. It comes with the family also, but we can change it over the due course of time, in due course of time. So if we focus upon these emotional qualities, like how well we are behaving in adverse situation, how well we are behaving when we are at new platforms. Suppose we have gone to attend a seminar and where all the participants are new for me. So, for example, if I have a fear related to stage, if I cannot speak publicly, so these things we all know better what kind of qualities we have. We can list it down and we can start working on this one by one. Like there are many emotional qualities which we need to have when we want to excel in business or in an organization. We have a long list, but we can choose what are the required for us, what is required during this period. Like suppose public, for example, public speaking. It may not be required for many people who are not in management education. But for being a management graduate, public speaking, presentation skills, communication skills, these things are required. So we shall focus whenever we get a chance to involve ourselves, we shall go as a new person that we have to learn, because we are not going to lose anything during our training period, during our study period. So if we go with an open mind and willingness to adopt the new things, it will be easy for us to learn. We can also get inspiration from other people. We can get inspired by our colleagues or by our friends also who are good in this. Maybe I'm not good in that quality. So we can notice how these people are doing it. If we can get to have some experience, we can get some experience from them, we can learn from them, we can hear from them, and then we can try applying on ourselves also. In this way, we can develop our emotional skills.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. That is very, very true. And I'm sure students will have a lot of takeaways from today's session. We have really touched upon the knowledge areas which are upcoming and also focused on all the skills, which is a kind of package for them to understand, to see what areas and what skill set to focus on. It is
Yes,
indeed a pleasure for me, and also I am sure all the participants have lots to learn from this session, sir. And on behalf of Association of Indian Management Schools, I thank Dr. Prem Kumar, Professor from Garden City University, Bengaluru, for such a wonderful session, and Mr. Sudhir Sharma, President, Association of Indian Management Schools, and all the board members of AIMS who have conceptualized the idea of the knowledge series and bringing out in the form of webinars, and AIMS Secretariat, and especially Madam Priya for coordinating this session so well. And I lastly thank all the participants who are there in today's session. We had a good learning experience, Dr. Prem Kumar sir, and it's very nice to hear you and get a lot of knowledge from this session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And I thank the participants. I thank AIMS and Dr. Balakoteswari ma'am and Priya ma'am for coordinating this workshop. And I'm very happy to share my experiences, whatever least I know. And I would be very happy to extend my support for AIMS for other topics also, if it is required. I will be happily ready to join any kind of sessions. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.